guys? You ever seen these? A Minion DHF. It's one of the most famous mountain bike tires ever that's been winning downhill World Cups and enduro races for ages. Let's talk about it. So this particular one I'm holding right now is one of our top selling tires. This is a 27.5 by 2.5 wide trail 3C Max Terra EXO tubeless ready. Quite a mouthful.
That's what she said.
That's how mountain bike tires are these days. They're overly complex. To get into the most important things here, the width being 2.5, that's becoming a pretty common size. That actually used to be sort of reserved for downhill bikes, but people are running 2.5s on trail bikes and enduro bikes very commonly these days. Bigger tires are just becoming more of a thing. People are saying they don't really care that much about the weight and they just really enjoy the good traction of these things. Next important thing here, wide trail. So these tires are made specifically for rims with an internal width of 30 to 35 millimeters. And you don't necessarily need this tire if you have that width rim. You don't necessarily need that width rim to run this tire, but it is engineered for that. That's kind of just making it so it's the way the knobs are at the angles as the tire is beaded, it kind of hits the ground at the correct angle, that contact point. So that's kind of what the whole wide trail thing is about. That's fairly complex. We could get into a whole nother video about that, but basically made for a little bit wider rim so it can grip the ground better. Without getting too technical on all the specs of the Minion DHF tire, stands for downhill front. These things came as a pair back in the days, downhill front and downhill rear. It's changed quite a bit over time, but it still has one of the most famous tread patterns out there. Very good rolling resistance on the top, pretty good flat section of the tire right here that's touching the ground. So rolling resistance is great, which is why this thing is a pretty common choice for racers. Corner knobs can't be beat. There have been so many different tire companies that have basically knocked off Maxxis when it comes to this particular corner knob. These things just grip amazing. Maxxis, in my opinion, still has the best sidewall casing and just the best rubber compounds ever. So EXO is kind of the sidewall casing on this particular tire. Stuff's durable, reliable. As far as the compound goes, 3C, so there's 3 different compounds of rubber in this tire. That can get confusing, but more or less, why they did that is they're trying to make the thing last a while, so the top knobs that are getting sort of the brunt of the abuse are going to last longer because it's a little bit harder bit of compound, and the corner knobs are going to be nice and soft in order to give you the best traction when cornering. So that's kind of the overall gist of this tire. You cannot go wrong with these things. They're absolutely one of our favorite tires. A ton of people run them at the shop. I run them myself. I run them on downhill bikes, on trail bikes, on enduro bikes. They make them in a bunch of different sizes depending on your application or your personal preference, and just an all-around phenomenal tire. That's about it. Thank you guys for watching the video. I'd love if you could like, subscribe, and just check out our channel for other similar content, and stay tuned. We always make cool videos about mountain bike parts. Try to answer common questions in the mountain biking world and just talk about the latest and greatest products. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and drink some beer, eat some Funyuns, and look at pictures of Pamela Anderson.